Holy Week greetings. Today, as we contemplate the relationships of Jesus as we move through Holy Week, we come to Tuesday, and today's gospel reading brings us to the story of some foreigners that wanted to meet Jesus. The Gospel of John identifies them as being Greeks, but that could mean any number of things. They were people that were not native to the region of Judah or Galilee or any other part of Palestine for that matter. They were from somewhere else, and they wanted to come and meet Jesus. The idea of foreigners wanting to have interactions with people of that particular culture and context was something that was considered to be out of the ordinary or even undesirable in some contexts. But for Jesus, he said, now the time has come to be glorified. He saw that he was being glorified by the fact that there were other people seeking him out from outside of his own culture and context. He saw that because people were looking for him from outside of his own context, he saw that as being an opportunity for honor and glorification. He came to that idea humbly. Jesus was humbled by the idea that people from outside of his context wanted to have interactions with him. What would happen if we had that same kind of mindset? If people that came to us out of some other culture or context or even different religion or different ethnicity or different race or different sexual orientation, what if people who were different than us wanted to have some kind of interaction with us? Would we consider that to be a glorifying moment for us? Or would we try to shrink back from that as being something unacceptable or a challenge? Jesus met this challenge face on and said, I want to meet with them. I see this as a moment for glorification and for honor. Over the last number of years, we've heard several stories about people that are estranged from their homelands because of war, violence, poverty, disease, danger, economic oppression, political oppression, all kinds of different reasons. It's just not safe for people to be in whatever their origin was. And as we've had those increasing contexts, we've also been putting up walls in various places, whether they're physical or emotional or spiritual or economic. The human urge to separate ourselves from those who are fleeing from something dangerous gives us the idea that we're afraid that the same kind of thing is going to happen to us if we welcome them. But quite frankly, the opposite is what's true. If we learn to extend ourselves to people who are different than ourselves, we only wind up being enriched. This stole, for example, if it was only made up of red threads, it would be a nice red stole, but the fact that it has all these other colors and shades and patterns in it makes it lovely and interesting and intriguing. The same is true with the human tapestry as well. All of us come together to make a beautiful experience of humanity. The many cultures, the many ethnicities, the many religions, the many perspectives, the many political parties, the many coming together as one is what makes life beautiful. We can remain our own integrity self. Each thread that's in this stole is still its own singular thread, but when it comes together with all the others, it makes something beautiful. And that's the way it is with us in our lives. If we could learn to embrace those who are different than ourselves and to welcome them and encourage them to tell us about what makes them different so that we can share from our own context what makes us a little bit different as well, then we only become the richer for the experience. So this Holy Week, as we contemplate relationships, let's take into consideration those whose lives are very distantly enmeshed with ours, people in distant lands. It might be that the tangerine that you're eating today was grown in Spain and shipped over by people from Morocco and driven on trucks by people from Georgia and who knows what else. The oil came from God knows where. But all these different people across the earth have helped you reach for that nectarine and that you're able to enjoy that one piece of fruit. If every act that we did in life considered the way that it's connected to people around the globe, we would truly find that it's a small world after all. May your Holy Week continue to be blessed. and may we embrace others as we know that God embraces us. Amen.